just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in to Shadowlands. Look at this mailbox, guys. What do you see here? A bunch of legendary sales in the last day or two. Why? 10.0.5 added the ability to do transmog white items, which includes the Shadowlands legendaries. And they're pretty cool. So people are buying these. And you can craft them profitably right now. If you have the leftover stock from Shadowlands, you can sell it for a profit. Or at least the highest price you're ever able to get it. It's fantastic. So let's look at what you need to do to get into this. So obviously the legendaries, they have the same appearance regardless of which item level, which rank you craft them at, which means that there's no point in crafting at higher ranks. I've seen some sales of higher rank ones for more gold, but that's not going to last. People are going to realize that it's cheaper to buy the 190s, and they're just going to buy that. So that's what you only need the rank 1s, which means you only need to unlock the recipes. It's like some Torghast questing, and then you can get these from your trainer. So it's pretty easy. As you can see here, I have all of them on my paladin from back then. So just fairly easy unlock, and they cost, crafting them at rank 1 costs anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000, 6,000 gold right now for blacksmithing. Depends a little bit on the material prices. Material prices have gone up significantly since last week, a week before the patch. People started really stocking up on these, and materials are pretty expensive. But so right now we're looking at like 2,300 gold and like 1,200 gold from the Shadowghast ingots. So it's like 3,500 plus these ones, which is another 1,000 gold here. So it's about 4,000 or 5,000 gold for the Shadowghast waistguard, but it's selling for 14,000 gold, so that's still like 8,000 or 9,000 gold profit, which makes it obviously a fantastic craft. And the region average daily sold is about 1, so they sell like at a decent clip. If you post all of the blacksmithing legendaries, repost them 2 or 3 times a day, you should be getting a couple of sales a day at least. At least with what the current data is telling us. So this is just a great little way. As you've seen here, I got a ton of sales on this. I have had a lot of legendaries, but we can see here that I've sold a lot of them, and this was without cancel scanning, just one post scan, fire and forget. So this is absolutely a market to look into right now. Long-term prospects, the peak is probably in the past already, but it's still going to be profitable for a while, and particularly if you're doing like large-scale long-term gold making, then adding these to like a character where you just log in every 48 hours and post some transmog, this is great. They have very low deposit costs, which makes them really good as far as like just posting for 48 hours and hoping you get a sale. And they're not going to tie up that much gold. Of course, if you're just completely hounding for gold, less than 50,000 gold, then maybe it doesn't make sense to tie up too much gold in a slower moving market. But if you're at 100,000, 200,000 gold, then I think it definitely makes sense to craft one of each for at least one of the professions if you have them, or 2 if you can. Tailoring is pretty cheap. The same for leatherworking. Shadow, the blacksmithing gear is a little bit more expensive. Yeah, and then we have the material prices. They have absolutely exploded. If we take a look here at Oribos exchange for EU prices, a lithium ore, this is kind of funny. It was 10 gold. It was actually 3 gold, 15 gold. It was 3 gold a week ago. It's slid past 100 gold now. It's been varying. Someone's reset it, and supply is extremely low right now. You might see it trend down again. Obviously, if you're a farmer, this is something to jump on. The ores from Shadowlands are particularly expensive. The other materials are not that expensive, but the ores are definitely something that you can look into farming right now if you're a farmer type player. If you were someone like Kchak or other people who bought a bunch of lithium ore here, then I mean you're probably really happy because you made like literally 50 times your investment. So that's a pretty good gain. But yeah, we're gonna see prices normalize eventually. People are gonna realize that this is worthwhile farming now, and prices might go down on the legendaries, as all of the people who really care about buying them have done so. But for right now, this is definitely something to take advantage of if you can. Yeah, I mean, look at this price increase. Yeah, the items sell well. As I said, we're just gonna craft the rank 1s. There's going to be a TSM group in the blog post linked in the video description. So if you want to get into crafting these, then you can just get the TSM settings to post them on the auction house. For these items, the crafting cost should be working pretty well. One thing to note is obviously that the default material cost in Trade Skill Master is the market value. And since all of these materials have gone up in price like by a huge amount over the last weeks, the market value is too low right now. So I would suggest going into reports here, materials, and then looking up the materials like the lithium bars, and just setting this to what it's actually selling for currently, just like swap that and set it to like 230 gold, which is what it's what it's like right now. And then once prices have normalized, then you can just go back here and just reset this to default instead. But yeah, that's a little trick right there. If I set this to 230 gold, save and close, then we do the same with the shadow guest ingots. I think they might be correctly priced. Nah, it's a little bit underwhelming. All right. 37 gold. We'll use the auction house, the normal auction house value, and if we go down now, we can see that, of course, we're still looking at a very significant profit. Still, crafting cost is now 4,500, but it's still 14,000 gold for these on Sylvanas. So take a look at that on your realm, and yeah, good luck.